to order. Madam Secretary, will you please take the roll?
Governor Lee,
Present.
Dr. Khan,
Present.
Treasurer Lillard,
Ashley Neighbors on behalf of Treasurer Lillard.
Comptroller Mumpower,
Lance Iverson on behalf of Comptroller Mumpower.
Commissioner Bryson,
Greg Turner on behalf of Commissioner Bryson.
Commissioner Reynolds, Chancellor Tidings,
Heidi Lemming on behalf of Chancellor Tidings.
President Boyd, Ms. Martin,
Linda Martin on behalf of President Boyd.
Ms. Sullivan, or Ms. Wolford, Mr. Vattendues,
Present.
and Ms. Leon. Is she still appointed?
She is. Yeah.
I think Ms. Sullivan is on.
Ms. Sullivan, okay. Chairwoman, you have 9 members present and a quorum.
Thank you. Since we do not have a quorum present, we can read the statement of determination of necessity.
Board members, a quorum of members are participating electronically today. As such, Tennessee Code annotated 844-108B2 requires that the board make a determination that a necessity exists in order for a quorum of members to participate by electronic or other means of communication. A necessity means that the matters to be considered by a public body at a meeting require timely action by the body, that physical presence by a quorum of the members is not practical within the period of time requiring action, and that participation by a quorum of the members by electronic or other means of communication is necessary. In this case, 2 facts support a determination of necessity. First, today's meeting reflects changes to the community service requirements of the Tennessee Promise Scholarship Program. The changes will not take effect until the 26-27 academic year, but the timing of today's action, along with subsequent approval by the Attorney General and filing by the Secretary of State, will allow partnering organizations to amend printed program material in time for distribution in the coming academic year. Second, scheduling conflicts and other commitments prevented a quorum of members from being physically present today.
Thank you. Is there a motion to include the language in the minutes?
I move that based on the summary provided by Ms. Hyde, a necessity exists for members to participate electronically, and that the adoption of this motion and Ms. Hitt's recitation of the facts and circumstances on which the determination of necessity is based be included in the minutes of this meeting.
The motion has been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Madam Secretary, please call the vote.
Chairwoman Freeland,
Aye.
Dr. Khan,
Aye.
Ms. Neighbors,
Aye.
Mr. Iverson,
Aye.
Mr. Turner,
Aye.
Dr. Lemming,
Aye.
Dr. Martin,
Aye.
Ms. Sullivan,
She's muted.
oh, Ms. Sullivan, you're muted.
Aye.
And Mr. Vattendues,
Aye.
Chairwoman, you have 9 ayes.
Motion passes. Next item is public comment. Director Gentile, has anyone signed up?
Madam Chair, has been no request for a public comment.
Thank you. The next item is adoption of today's agenda. Members, are there any questions? Is there a motion to adopt today's agenda?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second, Linda Martin.
The motion has been moved and seconded. Madam Secretary, will you please take the vote?
Chairwoman Freeland,
Aye.
Dr. Khan,
Aye.
Ms. Neighbors,
Aye.
Mr. Iverson,
Aye.
Mr. Turner,
Aye.
Dr. Lemming,
Aye.
Dr. Martin,
Aye.
Ms. Sullivan,
Aye.
Mr. Vattendues,
Aye.
Chairwoman, you have 9 ayes.
9 ayes. Motion is adopted. Our decision item for today, Mr. Abernathy, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, before you, we have the Tennessee Promise Scholarship rules with a few changes. Primarily, the first one is a clarification to the residency requirement for Promise students. This requires now students, or makes it clear rather, that students must be Tennessee residents at the time of the application, no later than the application deadline. So that is really just kind of a clarification of the process that we have been running with since the beginning of the program, but we have had questions from students who are out of state, non-residents who want to come in after the deadline and apply. And so we have told them beforehand that they could not, but this makes that clear. The primary change to the rules before you are in section 6, which I believe is on page 5, starting on page 5 of the rule. And what this does is it amends the current rule, which requires a student to perform and submit 8 hours of community service for each semester they receive the scholarship. What this rule change does is it allows them to begin earning community service hours in their junior year of high school as opposed to their senior year of high school, and to earn up to the full 32 hours for the entire year. 16 will be applied for the first year, and then 32 for the second academic year by banking that second 16 hours. Right now, a student cannot bank hours, but this would allow them to do that and to earn the full 16 hours for each academic year. So it's really a savings for the students. We've had more questions and requests from students to be able to do this. We see it as a way to benefit them by allowing them to earn the community hours up front and not have to do that during the academic year while they're in school. The reason we're bringing this to you right now is to allow the partnering organizations to get this in their printed material, which they'll be working on this coming fall for distribution at the schools this coming academic year. So by timing it this way, and then after today's vote, if it is approved, would then go to the Attorney General for review and then to the Secretary of State for filing. That will allow us time then for the community or allow the community partnering organizations rather time then to put it into their printed material. That's an explanation. We'll be glad to answer any questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions?
Make one comment, and from the comptroller's office perspective, this rule change that appears to be in effort to make it a little easier for students to meet their community service obligations is consistent with some of the concerns that were or ideas present in 2 previous comptroller's office evaluations of the Promise program. And so as those 2 items are consistent with one another, I intend to be voting aye.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Comments? Okay, seeing none, is there a motion to approve the rulemaking hearing rule for the Tennessee Promise Scholarship Program and authorize the executive director to make any necessary technical changes to the rule? Is there a motion? So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
The motion has been moved and seconded. Madam Secretary, will you please take?
Chairwoman Freeland,
Aye.
Dr. Khan,
Aye.
Ms. Neighbors,
Aye.
Mr. Iverson,
Aye.
Mr. Turner,
Aye.
Dr. Lemming,
Aye.
Dr. Martin,
Aye.
Ms. Sullivan,
Aye.
Mr. Gattenjuice.
Aye.
Chairman, you have 9 ayes.
9 ayes, the motion is adopted. Is there any other further business for the Board of Directors? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Is there a seconded?
Second.
Second. Motion is moved and seconded. This meeting is adjourned.